Did you know that over 85% of people over the age of 60 still enjoy cheese at least twice a week? But here's the twist: most seniors are unknowingly making a dangerous mistake every time they walk through the dairy section, a mistake that could quietly be cutting years off their lives. The craziest part: the fix is incredibly simple. Nearly 99% of older adults have no clue. They're regularly consuming cheeses that could double their heart attack risk and slash their chances of reaching age 80 by up to 40%. Surprising it should be. That friendly cheese aisle in the grocery store might look harmless, but it's actually hiding more health landmines than most people realize. In this video, we're going to expose the 4 cheeses you absolutely should include in your diet, especially if you're over 60, and the 4 types you need to cut out for good. What's most alarming is that the number 1 worst cheese could spike your stroke risk by an unbelievable 80%, and chances are you've eaten it recently without thinking twice. This isn't fear-mongering. This is evidence-based science that rarely makes headlines. Before we dive in, take a second to drop a comment below, letting us know where you're watching from, your age, and which cheese you eat most often. We love hearing from you, and we reply to every single comment. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more health-focused content just like this. Alright, let's jump into the countdowns, starting with the cheeses that are actually good for your body. Number 4. Aged Gouda. Let's talk about why aged Gouda is basically a superfood in disguise. When Gouda is aged for at least 18 months, something almost magical happens on a chemical level. The proteins in the cheese break down into smaller, more easily digestible compounds called peptides. This is a game changer, especially for older adults whose digestive systems may not process complex proteins as efficiently anymore. But here's where it gets really exciting. Aged Gouda is rich in vitamin K2, a nutrient most people don't even know exists, but one that could literally protect your heart and bones. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic cop for calcium. Instead of letting calcium build up in your arteries where it can cause deadly plaque, K2 helps redirect it to your bones, where it actually strengthens them. According to Japanese studies, those with higher K2 intake have up to 50% less arterial calcification and much stronger bones. Just 1 ounce of aged Gouda delivers about 75 micrograms of K2 more than most people get in an entire week. And that's not all. Aged Gouda is also loaded with conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a fatty acid that's been shown to help reduce body fat, boost immune function, and may even help fight certain types of cancer. Another bonus: the aging process breaks down most of the lactose, making it a great option for people who are normally sensitive to dairy. But there's more. Aged Gouda also produces postbiotics during fermentation, compounds that go beyond prebiotics and probiotics. These postbiotics support gut health, lower inflammation, and may even have a positive effect on mood by influencing the gut-brain connection. To get the most out of aged Gouda, eat it at room temperature. This not only helps the flavors develop, but it also makes the nutrients more bioavailable to your body. A good serving size is about 1 to 1.5 ounces, paired with apple slices or whole grain crackers, which add prebiotic fiber that works synergistically with the cheeses. Postbiotics for maximum gut support. Number 3. Authentic Parmigiano. Now, this isn't your average sprinkled tempesta Parmesan. True Parmigiano Reggiano from Italy is essentially an edible multivitamin, and it's been made the same way for nearly 900 years. Just 1 ounce gives you a whopping 10 grams of protein, but it's not just the amount, it's the quality. The 32-month aging process makes the protein so digestible that it's essentially pre-broken down, which means even people with sensitive stomachs can tolerate it easily. Calcium through the roof, about 330 milligrams per ounce, which is more than what you'd get in a full glass of milk. But unlike milk, Parmesan contains the ideal ratio of phosphorus and magnesium to ensure your body actually absorbs that calcium. In fact, Italian studies show that nearly 100% of the calcium in Parmigiano is absorbed by the body, compared to just 30% from most supplements. This cheese also contains all 9 essential amino acids in a balanced ratio, making it a complete protein source, one that even competes with meat. The high concentration of nutrients is why nutritionists love it. And here's something you probably didn't know. Parmesan contains casomorphins, natural peptides that can help reduce anxiety and promote better sleep. It's also rich in tyrosine, a building block your brain uses to make dopamine and norepinephrine, which help you stay alert and focused. Best part, real Parmigiano Reggiano is naturally lactose-free, and the beneficial bacteria in it survive stomach acid, meaning they can actually colonize your gut and improve your microbiome. Want to eat it the right way? Don't grate it. Instead, break it into small chunks with a knife. This keeps its unique crystalline texture intact. Italians eat it after meals, and just 1 ounce helps aid digestion and gives you a final protein boost without overwhelming your system. Try it with a drop or 2 of aged balsamic vinegar to boost mineral absorption. Number 2. Grass-fed raw cheddar. Let's talk about one of the most underrated superfoods in the dairy world, raw cheddar from grass-fed cows. Now, the word raw might raise some eyebrows, but here's the truth. When cheddar is made from raw milk and properly aged for at least 60 days, as required by law in many countries, it becomes not only safe, but incredibly nutritious. The process eliminates harmful bacteria while preserving beneficial enzymes and probiotics that are often destroyed by pasteurization. These natural enzymes help your body digest the cheese more efficiently and absorb all its essential nutrients. Here's where grass-fed raw cheddar shines: its CLA-conjugated linoleic acid levels can be up to 5 times higher than in regular cheddar. CLA is a powerful anti-inflammatory compound that research has linked to lower body fat, improved immune response, and even cancer resistance. But that's just the beginning. Raw cheddar made from grass-fed cows contains significantly higher amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, which help balance cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and protect your heart and brain. The vitamin profile of this cheese is impressive. It's packed with vitamin A in the form of retinol, the most bioavailable version that supports eye health, immune strength, and skin regeneration. It also provides a solid dose of vitamin D, which is critical for bone density, hormone regulation, and immune defense. Yet, it's one of the most deficient nutrients in people over 60. Here's the kicker. Raw cheddar also contains vitamin K2 in the MK4 form. This is the most potent variant for keeping calcium out of your arteries and depositing it into your bones, reducing your risk of both osteoporosis and heart disease. Add in vitamin E, beta-carotene, and an army of antioxidants, and you've got a cheese that acts more like a supplement than a snack. Now, let's talk about probiotics. Unlike pasteurized cheeses that lose most of their beneficial bacteria, raw cheddar contains dozens of live cultures that support gut health, strengthen your immune response, and may even influence mental well-being through the gut-brain axis. These probiotics create short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which nourish the lining of your colon and reduce systemic inflammation. To preserve all these benefits, avoid heating this cheese above 120 degrees Fahrenheit, about 49 degrees Celsius. Higher temperatures kill the probiotics and denature the delicate enzymes. Instead, let the cheese sit out and come to room temperature for 20 to 30 minutes before eating. Pair it with fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi to create a probiotic-rich combo that supercharges your digestion. The ideal portion: stick to 1.5 to 2 ounces, which gives you all the nutritional power without overloading your body with saturated fat. Number 1. Swiss Gruyere. This cheese isn't just delicious, it's practically a nutritional marvel, and it earns the top spot for a reason. Authentic Gruyere from Switzerland must be made from raw milk, sourced from cows that graze on alpine pastures, which gives it an unmatched nutrient density and digestibility. During the aging process, propionic acid bacteria, the same organisms that create the iconic holes in Swiss cheese, generate compounds that do far more than just add flavor. Let's start with propionic acid itself. Studies show it has the ability to lower cholesterol, decrease inflammation, and even help prevent cancer. And those same bacteria that produce it also manufacture vitamin B12 in incredibly high amounts, levels that rival or exceed most animal-based foods. That's huge, especially for older adults who are more likely to be deficient in B12, which is crucial for brain health, red blood cell production, and energy levels. But that's not all. Gruyere contains precursors to glutathione, often called the master antioxidant. Glutathione is essential for detoxification, protecting your cells from oxidative stress, and supporting a strong immune system. But our bodies produce less of it as we age. The good news: Gruyere is rich in cysteine and glycine, two amino acids that help your body naturally boost glutathione production. It's also packed with essential minerals like phosphorus, zinc, and selenium, which work together to strengthen bones, regulate thyroid function, and improve your immune defenses. But what truly sets Gruyere apart is its protein efficiency. The cheese undergoes a 12-month minimum aging process, which breaks down proteins into D and tripeptide stiny fragments that your body can absorb instantly without needing to digest them further. This means you get all the benefits of muscle repair and maintenance without burdening your digestive system. And there's more. Gruyere contains natural compounds called lactopeptides, which have been shown to lower blood pressure in clinical trials. That's right, a cheese that can help your cardiovascular system, not hurt it. Swiss studies have found that older adults who consume Gruyere regularly are more likely to retain muscle mass, maintain stronger bones, and have better metabolic health than those who rely on other protein sources. For best results, eat Gruyere melted into warm, not boiling soups, or with whole grain bread to enhance the absorption of B vitamins and glutathione precursors. It's more than just a flavorful cheese, it's a tool for longevity. Number 4. American cheese. We need to start with the most obvious offender, American cheese, also known as processed cheese. Now, let's be real, it's not really cheese. It's a factory-made product that combines milk, byproducts, vegetable oils, preservatives, and artificial colors. What you get is a slice that can last for months, unrefrigerated, barely melt when heated, and offers almost zero nutritional value. For someone over 60, eating this stuff is like throwing a wrench into your metabolic system. American cheese contains almost no natural enzymes or probiotics. The proteins are heavily denatured, meaning they lose their original structure, and your body has to work overtime to break them down. And it's not just the lack of benefits, it's the harmful additives that make things worse. Most brands use sodium phosphate, a chemical that can disrupt kidney function and leach calcium from your bones. That's a double threat for older adults: bone loss and kidney strain. But here's the real kicker. American cheese is often made with hydrogenated oils, which introduce trans fats into your diet, compounds that directly contribute to inflammation, heart disease, and cognitive decline. And because it's designed for maximum shelf life, it contains synthetic emulsifiers and stabilizers that wreak havoc on your gut microbiome. Bottom line, if you're looking to age well, drop this plastic cheese from your grocery list. It does nothing for your bones, brain, or heart. And when you compare it to real raw cheeses that support hormone balance and nutrient absorption, it becomes clear American cheese is an imposter in every sense of the word. Number 3. Spray cheese. Cheese in a can. Yes, it still exists. Yes, people still buy it. But let's be absolutely clear. Cheese in a can is more chemical than food. This ultra-processed product is pumped full of preservatives, synthetic colors, and emulsifying agents designed to create texture and shelf stability, not nutrition. One serving can contain up to 400 milligrams of sodium, along with artificial flavors that trick your brain but burden your liver. For people over 60, the impact is even more dangerous. The high sodium load raises blood pressure and increases fluid retention, which can worsen heart failure and kidney issues, already common concerns at this age. The synthetic additives like sodium aluminum phosphate and calcium disodium EDTA interfere with mineral balance in your body, making it harder to absorb essential nutrients like magnesium and potassium. And let's not forget what it lacks. No live enzymes, no probiotics, no healthy fats, and practically no real protein. The fat it does contain comes mostly from low-grade vegetable oils that are often oxidized, feeding inflammation throughout your body. This is particularly harmful for the nervous system, where chronic inflammation has been linked to increased risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Want one more reason to ditch it? Studies have shown that ultra-processed dairy products like spray cheese may disrupt your gut-brain connection, impairing mood stability and cognitive clarity. At a time when brain health is more important than ever, this so-called cheese is one of the worst choices you can make. Number 2. Fat-free cheese. This one might surprise you. You'd think a cheese with fat-free on the label must be healthy, right? But in reality, fat-free cheese is one of the worst things you can eat, especially as you age. Here's why. When food manufacturers remove fat from cheese, they also remove most of its vitamins, enzymes, and flavor compounds. To make it palatable again, they add starches, thickeners, and artificial colors. These added starches are fast-digesting carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar, leading to insulin resistance, weight gain, and inflammation. And with no fat to slow digestion, the effect is even worse. This creates a roller coaster of energy crashes, hunger spikes, and ultimately, metabolic dysfunctional, of which are especially dangerous after 60. But the problem runs deeper. Vitamins A, D, E, and K are all fat-soluble, meaning you can't absorb them unless you eat them with fat. So a fat-free cheese, even if it's made from real milk, delivers almost no usable nutrition. It may have some calcium or protein, but your body can't fully absorb those minerals without the fat matrix that nature intended. Even worse, fat-free cheeses usually undergo high heat processing that kills off enzymes and beneficial bacteria. So in the end, you're eating a product that has been stripped of its natural goodness, loaded with fake fillers, and presented as healthy, all while doing damage to your metabolism, digestion, and hormonal balance. Number 1. Cheese slices with added vegetable oil, often labeled as cheese product. This might be the most deceptive cheese of all. You'll see it in deli counters and grocery stores, sliced cheese wrapped in plastic, labeled as cheese food or cheese product. What does that mean? It means it doesn't meet the legal requirements to even be called real cheese. These products are usually less than 51% actual cheese, with the rest made up of vegetable oils, whey proteins, emulsifiers, and food dyes. For people over 60, this is a health hazard disguised as a convenience. The vegetable oils used are often partially hydrogenated, introducing trans fats that increase bad cholesterol, LDL, lower good cholesterol, HDL, and promote inflammation across the body. That's a fast track to heart disease, cognitive decline, and hormonal imbalance. Most of these cheese products are also lactose heavy. Since they use low-quality milk solids and fillers, this can cause digestive distress, bloating, and nutrient malabsorption, especially in older adults who may already be lactose intolerant or have weakened gut flora. And let's not forget the artificial colors and preservatives, which may impact liver detoxification and increase your toxic load. These compounds aren't just harmless extras, they build up over time, especially in a body that processes nutrients more slowly with age. If you want to protect your brain, your heart, and your digestive system, stay far away from these fake cheese products. They may look convenient, but they are among the worst choices you can make for your long-term health. Now that you know which cheeses are sabotaging your health, especially after 60, let's shift gears and focus on what you should be eating. Because cheese itself isn't the enemy, it's the wrong kind of cheese that causes the damage. In fact, when chosen correctly, cheese can become a powerful ally for your bones, hormones, digestion, and brain. So, what makes a cheese good for people over 60? It comes down to 3 key factors: how it's made, how your body handles it, and how it supports your aging process. And the best cheeses for this stage of life are those that are raw, unprocessed, full fat, and ideally fermented. Let's break that down. Raw cheeses, meaning those that haven't been pasteurized, contain live enzymes and natural probiotics that help improve gut health. This is crucial as your digestive efficiency tends to slow down with age. These enzymes not only help you digest the cheese itself, but also support the breakdown and absorption of other foods you eat. That's a win-win. Full-fat cheeses are also important because they provide fat-soluble vitamins, especially vitamin K2, which helps move calcium into your bones and teeth and keeps it out of your arteries. This is essential for maintaining bone density and cardiovascular health as you age. Fat also slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream, helping to stabilize your energy and mood throughout the day. And when you go fermented cheeses like goat cheese, feta, roquefort, or aged cheddar, you get an added bonus of probiotics that nourish your gut microbiome. A healthy gut has been directly linked to improved cognitive function, immune resilience, and even better sleep. These are not just minor benefits, they're foundational pillars of longevity. But remember, not all healthy-sounding cheeses are created equal. Labels like organic or natural can still hide ultra-processed garbage inside. That's why it's crucial to read the ingredients list. If it contains more than 5 ingredients or any you can't pronounce, put it back on the shelf. Also, moderation matters. Even the healthiest cheeses can become problematic if consumed in excess. A good rule of thumb: aim for about 1 to 2 ounces per serving. Paired with fiber-rich foods like leafy greens or fermented vegetables to aid digestion. This combination supports gut health, balances blood sugar, and maximizes nutrient absorption. Let's not forget hydration. As you age, dehydration becomes a silent risk, and high-sodium cheeses can make it worse. So always balance cheese intake with adequate water throughout the day. Add a pinch of Himalayan salt to your water if you need help with electrolyte absorption, especially if you're cutting back on processed foods. And here's a bonus tip: try rotating your cheeses. Just like rotating vegetables helps you get a broader nutrient profile, rotating cheeses gives your body access to different strains of probiotics, enzymes, and fats. 1 week, go with goat cheese. The next, try sheep's milk cheese. Then rotate in some grass-fed cheddar. This diversity supports a resilient gut and keeps inflammation in check. In summary, the worst cheeses like processed slices, spray cheese, and fat-free imposters do more harm than good. They rob your body of nutrients, overload your system with chemicals, and increase the risk of chronic illness. But when you switch to the right cheeses, you're not just enjoying the taste, you're fueling longevity, supporting hormones, protecting your bones, and boosting your brain. So the next time you're in the cheese aisle, make your choices with intention. Read the labels, choose raw, fermented, and full-fat options, and pair them with foods that work synergistically. Your body will thank you not just today, but for years to come. And if this video helped you understand how cheese impacts your body after 60, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone you care about, someone who needs to know that the right food choices can make all the difference. And of course, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We've got much more to share on how to stay strong, sharp, and vibrant no matter your age.